Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here. Welcome to our Final Fantasy 16 100% run. We're going to do all the side quests, all the hunts, everything the game has to offer, as well as this also serving as your intro and outro. So if you're liking this playthrough, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Check out everything else on the channel. Leave a like below. And without further ado, let's get right into some Final Fantasy 16. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back.
Sorry. What's our situation?
Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
And? It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down a man, Sergeant.
If we return without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's. I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting.
After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
Okay.
How do they
What was the other one I wanted to change on this? Let's have the speaker names.
just to kill something that can do this?
They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
We were captured by the Imperials and now we're an army here, but we're going to kill them all.
All the old trails are gone. It'll be hell finding a way out.
Do you think a retreating army and their dominant will fare any better?
By the flames.
So what are my abilities I can get now? Okay. That's a crazy good spell. Oh, the other one I was going to change is Frame rate, because it was dropping frames.
Down there.
There we go. It's a lot better.
So, Titan has knocked the fight out of our Ironblood friends. Where are the rest of them? That can't be the main host.
Wait. Our fortunes have turned, Sergeant. It's her.
The Dominant. Are you certain?
The Crystalline Orthodox is a backwards faith for a backwards people. In the Iron Kingdom, they teach that dominants are unclean aberrations, born of blackest sin. Only their priests are allowed to perform the rites of priming. And I see many.
We end this quickly.
Scott! Adion in air Sagarid!
Please.
Data! Must be Isla!
What Alvation Naukin, Alan Scully asked.
Let this be the end.
Avis! Care to kill some Ironblood? Gladly. Wyvern, you focus on the target.
Understood.
Whoops. I thought I dodged that, but I guess not.
Not this time.
Whoops, I ran right into that.
Orders, Sergeant! Stop gawping and move! Fucking icons. Icon? She's not even fully primed.
Not this time.
I will not have their blood on my hands.
Okay.
she dead?
I don't think so.
Well, what are you waiting for?
No, that's not you. Not here.
I'll bloody do it then. Fuck.
We've got company, Wyvern. What the hell are you doing?
Lord Ohida Vedra!
Get your ass over here and help me with these bastards!
Sorry, Jill.
What is wrong with you, Wyvern?
Dominant. I know her.
Know her? Look around you! Do you think any of these animals care? I need you here!
That's enough. It's over.
Now that that's done, I won't ask you again, Wyvern. Take her head so we can be done with this.
I can't. I won't.
You would betray the Holy Empire?
Betray? I don't recall ever pledging allegiance to your Emperor. My service may have been bought with this brand, but not my loyalty. I just fight to survive.
And you think I don't? The Empire will have our heads if we return empty-handed. So if you won't take hers, I'll have to take yours.
I told you, Sergeant. I'm not dying here today. And neither is she.
Let's find out. Wyvern! Have you forgotten who plucked you from the front lines? Who trained you? Who gave you a name when you had none?
You speak as if we don't bear the same brand, Sergeant.
I've always had a name, and I've not forgotten it.
Still clinging to the past like a torn blanket. Then you will die, as you should have 13 years ago.
Not today.
For nothing. No one. And I will not fall by your hand. My man.
Not this time. Too slow.
traitor's blade.
Take a seat. Get out of here. Take a seat. I like how the abilities automatically go as you go through. That is cool. What is going on here?
This way. Bloody wind. Well, come on then.
Fuck. Fuck.
Okay, I don't know what that was, but
Hugo, dear, my proud desert lion. Would that you had taken care when chasing the hare? I expected more from the mighty Titan. We put the Ice Queen on her back, no doubt. But you'll have to work harder if you're to claim this prize.
My lady, the thunder.
We'll be hearing more soon enough. You always were a fucking snake, Sid. Gather the men. We have work to do.
the dominant of Shiva and Clive's childhood friend in the depths of the Nisa defile, the two came to blows. The orders of the armies that enslaved them. Jill fighting to defend the priests of the Iron Kingdom. Clive obeying the Empire's orders to take the head of Shiva's dominant. Exhausted from her tilt with Titan, Jill came close to falling to her assassin's blade. But was spared at the last moment when Clive's memories of their time together kept floating back. Okay.
Jill. Is it really you? And who's this fine hound I see before me?
A fine hound who saved your life. That's who.
Torgal.
Hey?
His name is Torgal.
You two acquainted? Well won't mind taking him off my hands. Funny. I'd always pictured you as more the chocobo type. Clive Rosfield. Come now. Fleet as flame, fierce as a wildfire. That there was the blessing of the Phoenix. I'd heard rumors that you'd survived, but I never paid them much heed. Calm down. I didn't come all this way for your handsome mug. Now her, on the other hand, she seemed worth muddying my boots for. None the worse for wear. Still, might be best to get a second opinion. Back her up.
Not another step. I mean it.
Well, I'm not about to leave her here. Not one with a warm bed waiting. It's all right. You're welcome to join us. You do want to help her, don't you?
Sid, if we aren't back soon, Nan'll have our heads.
I'll explain everything once we're back at the hideaway. Come on.
He's not a puppy anymore. How's that now? Oh, that's right, there's stones. Were we technically up there? I'm not sure where we actually were. Whether remnants of a once verdant valley long consumed by the blight, one would have to be either extremely foolish or extremely desperate, or an extremely desperate fool to make this wasteland their home. Well, it's a good hideout from the Empire. Central Storm.
Not much further now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
Keen eye, you. The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic. But it also means no neighbors.
The last place anyone would think to look.
Home sweet home.
Oh, Muggle.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nous. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
You're back.
Ah, Talia.
And this is the Dominant.
How cold since we found her. I was hoping you might give her a look over.
All right. Goots, get her upstairs.
But none will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt. You've nothing to worry about. Go on, have a look around. I'll be in my solar.
Okay. A hideaway. What a name. Okay.
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
At least we have water, right?
The washroom floor's all mended then? It'll hold. For now.
I suppose I'll be needing a new suit.
Then you'll need to speak with Blackthorn.
Sid once told me, the blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her forget who she once was. She'll eventually remember her purpose. All she needs is a little reminding.
Okay.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave, but you're a free man now. Leave me be.
Wait, can she just remove it? I actually would not I would actually like that. Just do the circle and see if there's anyone we can talk to.
You? I've spent the whole morning on these steps.
When lightning struck his yoke.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. We'll put you to work. The ledgers too.
The ledgers.
Most concerning.
Okay, so I think that's everyone.
He's a soldier then.
Be surprised if he wasn't. The smell of war is thick about him.
Talking about me.
Just working on a pet project of mine. Though she's not above biting the hand that feeds her. Alright. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. With orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills. Conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield.
I have questions. Sidolphus Talman, cornered by a battalion of Iron Kingdom Crusaders in the depths of 5, thought his end was not okay. I don't know who this is. A unit of Imperial Army assassins tasked with taking the head of the Iron Kingdom's dominant, Warden of Ice, and the vessel for the Akon Shiva. All of us members, okay. What's the brand? The mark applied to the cheeks of bears across Celestia, identifying them as something other than human. Newborn babes are cheeked at birth. Those who are found to be bearers are branded and taken into custody of the state. Rarely, bearers evade this test either because their parents hide them and the testers are lax in their duties, or their powers do not awaken until later. Yet most do not remain unbranded for long. Okay, the bearer. The person with the power to cast magics without a crystal. In Valencia, men and women who awaken as bears are enslaved. They are marked with a brand upon their cheek and used as tools, a cheaper alternative to the scarce and precious shards. This system of slavery has persisted for centuries and has become so ingrained in the Valestinian life that few take pity upon the bear's plight, seeing them as less than human. Okay. A refuge hidden in the Blighted Lands of Central Storm, from which Sid operates a secretive community of freed bears. While survival in the Deadlands is widely considered impossible, a combination of near indestructible fallen ruins and considerable ingenuity have led to the establishment of a safe haven where those who rally to their leader's cause are only just about to be able to eke out in a bit meager existence. Okay, so we don't know anything about Sid.
I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Let's make ready then. You'll find everything you need down in the main hall, as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
Need to get this off my face, though.
He's ill. Oh no.
Goots, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is, then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so? Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Oh, damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
The crafting of new gear as well as the upgrading resisting gear can be done at a blacksmith as long as you have the recipe and the proper materials. Select the highlighted item from the list and hold X to craft or upgrade. Okay.
And the belt, Caesar Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
Okay.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
When something is changed in the hideaway, a notice will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen. In addition to stock updates for Charon's Toll, the new forging recipes for the Black Hammer. There are also notices, requests, new missives, and many other things. A icon will appear in the game as well as on the local map to indicate recent updates. Okay.
Well, what do you want? That it?
Okay, cool.
Fine.
You take it back and tell that blockhead I'm not paying for
gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there. You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make them comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything, you ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Okay.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Distractions unlocked. Oh my god, this is going to so distract me. Okay. Okay.
Who are these people?
Do you think we should go and help?
It sounds like Otto has a...
Don't think I haven't noticed you stealing sips from that pot.
Next time you're in, first round's on the ass.
If you can read, don't let Otto know.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Okay.
When I was very young,
Lived beyond the shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of Valencia by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age, I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes.
yet when I arrived,
What I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and evil in men's hearts. So I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could. So I did, in all matters of places and all matters of roles, until my aging legs could not carry me no more.
fortunately,
Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering. Okay, cool, check mark. Can I view
I
it?
don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
The comprehensive compendium of Felician lore, covering everything in basic terms, okay.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
5 tells him about his adventures. Okay.
You wish to study the tomes?
The act of a dominant transforming their living flesh into that of their Icheon. Dominants most often prime during times of war, using the immense strength of their Icheons to turn the tides of battle, though it is usually done deliberately. The dominant remaining in control of their Icheon even when primed. On occasion, a dominant will lose control of their powers and see their Icheon run riot. That's what happened, I guess. I'm guessing that Ifrit, he saw him and became him. I got the impression that Clive became Ifrit. So I want to say he lost control. Magical beings of godlike strength who dwell within human hosts known as dominants, only emerging when the dominant primes. History records 8 Icheons in total, with each with a unique elemental affinity. It is commonly held that 2 Icheons of the same element cannot coexist, but as none has ever witnessed all of these rare creatures together, conjecture is yet to be proven. So we know of Titan, Shiva, which is Jill. I'm assuming Ifrit is going to be Clive, because, I mean, we had that fight. And Joshua is Phoenix. But I don't think Joshua died. But I don't know. Typically, if you don't see someone die, they're not dead. That's what I'm going with. The art of channeling Aether to make one's imagination manifest. This can take the aspect of one of 8 elements: fire, water, wind, earth, ice, thunder, light, and dark. Or more rarely be unaspected. While bears and dominants can cast spells at will, others require a crystal to do so. Magic is part of everyday life for the people of Valencia, making it all but unlivable when they are deprived of this gift. Okay. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind, thanks to its ability to channel ambient ether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. And as most of Valencians cannot live without magic, its supply and distribution is heavily regulated by governments across its winds. A given shark can only channel a certain amount of aether before it shatters, so the need for new crystals is incessant. Okay. Other crystals. Enormous glassy mountains, 5 of which tower over the lands of Lestia. They are the source of all the crystals that the people of the Twins rely on with their everyday lives. Not only that, but the lands surrounding them are rich with aether, making the magics of crystals cast even more potent. We kind of already saw that. Versus of instruments. Okay, Clive. Your army, he was branded a bear and forced to serve as a soldier. Slave soldier for the Holy Land, okay. Though drafted as a frontline infantryman, the magical might granted him by the blessing of the Phoenix quickly saw him promoted to elite squadron statuses, okay. We kind of saw that. Joshua. Second son of Archduke of Rosaria and heir to the ducal throne. Upon the night of the imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, the shock of seeing his father slain before his disbelieving eyes led him losing control of his Aegon, setting the castle alight. The flames rose a second Aegon on fire, whose murderous rampage laid both the castle and the Phoenix low. Okay. There's Jill. The dominant of Shiva and Clyde's childhood friend. Okay. We kind of already know about that. Torgo. Clyde's faithful friend brought back by the Archduke Elwyn from one of his expeditions to the frozen northern territories, where he was found half-starved and shivering in a snowfield, having presumably been separated from his pack. Elwyn gifted the puppy to Clive upon his return. The two became nigh inseparable, and the tragic events of Phoenix Gate tore them apart. Clive's faithful friend, now fully grown after the tragic events of Phoenix Gate, Clive believed that Torgal was lost to him forever. However, their paths were to cross again some 13 years later when Torgal's new master Sid came to Clive's rescue in the depths of the Nicaea defile. Despite their long years apart, the two knew each other as if not a single day had passed since their separation. Clive's faithful friend, the two were separated on the night of the tragedy at Phoenix Gate, yet reunited 13 years later in the depths of the Nicaea defile. In the intervening years, Torgal not only grew into a fine hound, but met with Sid, who trained him to work as a hunting dog. After meeting with Clive again, Torgal gladly returns to the service of his former master, Ambrosia. Okay. Clive's personal steed during the attack on the Phoenix Gate, she raced to Clive's rescue, saving him from certain death at the cost of an eye, a price she gladly paid. Okay. We saw him. Benedictia Hermann, commander of the Kingdom of Waliad's elite intelligencers, who sits by her liege's side at the highest tables of state. Most recently in their negotiations with the Dalmax at the Zunistra stronghold, but Barnabas is not the only one whom she shares a special bond. Nika also has her eyes and ambitions for Hugo Captia, which is Titan. Captia's awakening as the dominant of the Aegean's Titan thrust him to the forefront of Dalmatian politics, winning him influence over both the Republic's armies and his policy making, as well as a personal fortune. He has little love for his country, taking advantage of his position to benefit himself and himself alone. His love for Benedictia Harmon, however, is absolute, and he would gladly betray every ally just to be with her. Okay. Royal Knight Lord Commander. Lord Commander of the Kingdom of Waliad's armies, he accompanied his lease to Fort Sinistra, the Republic of Dalmatia, to negotiate the provisions of reinforcements from the Royal Order of Knights. Okay, the King. Aloof and unshakable, Barnabas Thamar, first of his name, if you can meet his steadily gaze without flinching. Okay. Who's Otto? Chief Steward of Sid's Highway, who manages the day-to-day running of their operation in his friend's stead. Sid often being taken far and away by his fair liberating activities. And when says at home, he prefers to leave such busy work to Otto, much to the hard-pressed pursuer's indignation. Okay. Who's Tarja? Resident Physiker of Sid's Hideaway. Tarja is an expert in all manners of medicines and medical interventions, skills that are indispensable in their deadland home, where they cannot call on healing magics. After Sid brings an unconscious Jill back to the highway from his expedition to the Nicaea defile, she is placed in Tarja's care. Okay. Scouts, one of Sid's allies. Okay. Who's Blackthorn? President Blacksmith. Okay. His Hippocrates. Okay. Elwyn. Late Archduke of Grand Duchy of Rosaria and father of Clive and Joshua, Elwyn's reign ended when he was beheaded by servants of the Holy Empire of Senberic in their ignoble attack on Phoenix Gate, known not only for his inspiring leadership and skill with the blade, but his disapproval of the mistreatment of bears. His legacy lives on in all those who oppose Imperial rule and what remains. Okay. So the killing of Elwyn Rossfield and I would presume the sacking of the Grand Duchy has actually made enemies. Okay. Rifle of Arch, okay. Being proposed as a bride for the young Archduke. Okay. Her cousins have known from my long age that her purpose in life is to serve her Phoenix bearing bloodlines. Okay. She dotes on Joshua and Clive, okay. Duchess of Rosario, wife of Archduke Elwyn, and mother Clive Joshua is ever her purpose in life to preserve her Phoenix bearing bloodline, for which reason she betrayed her husband, that she might enter in league with a force to judge the mightier, the Holy Empire of Sanbreak. It was Annabelle's treachery that led to the disaster at Phoenix Gate. So our own mother betrayed us. Okay. Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army, outranked only by his firm friend Archduke Elwyn. Murdoch and his shields accompanied Elwyn and Joshua to the Phoenix Gate to perform the rite of ancestral communion, only to be set upon by officers in a second shadowy taking on a fire whose flames Murdoch was engulfed. Okay, so he died. Sir Wade, he did all he could to return the favor as he owed to Joshua for saving his boy. Okay, Wade was met the same fate as the prince. So we think Joshua's dead. I don't think he's dead. The Lower Shield of Rosaria, who accompanied Clive and Expedition Stowin, though he did everything in his power. Okay. Tiamat. Okay. So he was a scion of a noble. Okay. And then when his powers awoken, he was made. Okay. So even if you're noble, it doesn't matter. Baron service of the Holy Empire of Sanbreak, claimant with the man who now bears the name, is the leader of the bastards, a squadron of lead assassins. He's on this mission to take the head of Shiva's dominant. His subordinate Wyvern, a real name Clive Rossfield, turned upon him and cut him down. Second longest serving of the bastards, the elite band of slave assassins in service of the Holy Empire of Sanbreak. He and his sergeant Tiamat fought alongside each other for many a year. The BS trusted him with his life. At last, there was little Tiamat could do to save him from the blow that was to fall from the skies during their ill-fated mission to infiltrate the Republic and take the head of Shiva's dominant. Okay. Brandished soldier for the Holy Empire. Okay. None knew his true name. He and his brand of elite assassins were attacked. Blah blah blah. He lost life considers axe. So yeah, we saw him die. Chief strategist and former field marshal of the Dalmatian Republic. While there was time he took personal command of his troops, Hugo Captia's rise to prominence led to his being recalled from the battlefield for reason of his advancing age, for which he bears the vainglorious dominant a deep-seated grudge. Okay, so that was the one that tried to say anything, and the dominant Cupto actually it does not like. Leader of the Dalmatian Parliament, now lists the most experienced of its members. Those elected by the states of the Republic, plus the dominant of Titan, who serves as official advisor. Alas, Hugo Captia does not take account of these advice being ignored. Okay, highest council of government. Okay, 7 ministers. We'll worry about the people that we've actually. The command of Williams wrong. Okay. Moss. We know about him, the dominant of fire. A mysterious figure who was first seen amid the chaos of the Imperial invasion of Phoenix Gate, immediately before the appearance of second Archon of Fire. Archon slew the heir to the ducal throne. Clive believes this man to be the dominant who murdered his brother and has sworn to take his revenge. Well, the reality is it's actually him. So we know about Valestia. Okay. Anything we don't know? Capital Duchy of Rosario, Roslef Castle. Alas, the encroaching players rendered Vladislav the land to the north uninhabitable, driving refugees south to ever greater numbers. Okay. Loyal soldier of Duchy of Rosario. Okay. The Night of Flames, which was that, still in March. The nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm, the great city of Oriflamme. Okay. Home to the Mother Crystal Drake's head. So they have a Mother Crystal, like right there. Dragoon. Yeah, we completely destroyed one Dragoon. the Republic. No state religion. Okay, so then half the continent of Storm. Okay, so we're being defeated by the Demikins and their order allies. Men of the Fist. Demikins standing army. While officially an organ of the Republic, each of its 5 states is granted relative autonomy with regard to the management of its troops. Aside from certain specialized squads, battle deployments are mostly compromised small units employing a mixture of foot soldiers and battle mages. Okay. You know about the Parliament? Nestria. Yeah, we kind of saw that. The consult. Okay, that was what we saw. The sole surviving nation in Ash, well, it is its capital at Stonehar, home to the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine, a warlike land. Considerable military might serves to keep neighboring countries at bay. While it does maintain a notional alliance with the Dalmatian Republic and Southern Storm, it is very much a marriage of convenience. Okay. Iron Kingdom, that's the one that is the religious to the north. Drake's Breath. Volcanic Isle of Ironblood, that's the one that's between Rosiah and the Iron Kingdom. Iron Crusade, the fighting forces of the Iron Kingdom. Ultimate command rests with the king, who issues orders directly to the commanders of each of his battalions. Ironblood soldiers generally prefer heavy clubs and great axes, swords, and other lighter weapons. This is rather brutal approach indicative of their overall attitude. Okay. The Burley Cold and other reaches of the continent of Storm is originally home to the Mother Crystal known as Drake's Eye, around which a series of small nations sprang up. Nations whose belligerents were troublesome for desire over the centuries. In time, however, the Mother Crystal's power dwindled, and with it the power of these warlike nations. With the Blight encroaching on their territory ever more, the remaining tribes were united and pacified by Archduke. Okay. So Drake's Eye is dwindling. Religion dedicated to worship the Mother Crystal as his priesthood enjoyed great power with the patriarch leader of the... Okay. Ether use... And the wasteful expenditure of aether through the use of magic is strictly forbidden. Okay. That's when was the conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sambrique and the Kingdom of Well in the year 1865. Sambrique, forced with the power of taking out by Hamet on their side, took the Strait of Athrop back from Waliad, bringing an end to the blockade that has lasted several decades. The Walladers, looking to hold back the Sambrique's advance by any means, necessary formed an alliance with the Dalmatian Republic, who themselves were waging war against the Iron Kingdom on the Western Front. Wow. So many wars going on. Mysteries of the Realm. You know the Mother Crystals. This is a lore dump right now. We're learning stuff about what's in the continent. The Deadlands, that's where we are right now. The Blight has spread ever more quickly. Okay. Crystal rations, we saw these. Shards of crystal small to be held in the hand, which allows non-bearers to cast magic. Okay, we know that. Invincible shards, we saw this. In order to serve the populace, where shards ration out the individual might suffice to fill a couple a light oven. Mystical shards fill wells. So they do a lot of things. Life force of the land and the source of all magic. The amount of aether a spell consumes depends on its strength, but those manifesting more potent forces over a wider area coming at a greater cost. Larger crystals can channel more aether than smaller ones, and thus can be used to catch more powerful magics. Okay. You know about magic. First shield. Title granted the mightiest and most stalwart shield of the Rosarian army. The first shield is entrusted with the personal protection of the dominant of the Phoenix and is gifted a portion of the Icon's power over flame, a boon known as the Blessing of the Phoenix. Blessing of the Phoenix. The boon Joshua bestowed upon his brother upon Clive's ordination as first shield, allowing him to wield fire aspect magic with a crystal. It has long been custom in Zarya for the dominant of the Phoenix to share a part of their power in this way, performing the rite of rejuvenation upon those they appoint their protectors that might suit them better. Okay. Branded soldier. Bearers forced to fight for the nations and enslaved them, able to cast powerful magic yet entirely disposable. They are often placed on the front lines of battle or assigned a highly dangerous or scouting assassination mission. Okay. Nation yet a highly advanced civilization whose relics can be found across the length and breadth of Valestia. The material from which these relics are constructed far sturdier than the steel and cannot be worked by modern methods, so the people of the modern day have elected to build inside and around them instead. Okay, so we don't know about those. Beastmen, we killed them. That's all we need to know about them. Our national anthem, perhaps the most beloved ditty in the duchy. Okay. Bard. They sing things. Orchestra, you can put the music stuff here. Patia, the burning red star that sits beneath the moon. Folklore describes to Mestia the role of message bearer to the moon. It is common across Valestia to wish upon the star. The one's heartfelt desires might be conveyed by the heavens and beyond. Okay, that's cool. That's cool that they literally pack this with lore that is also makes the world seem just normal and real. Journal of Moss, you know all about that. Beasteries, second Acheon of Fire. Okay. Phoenix, you know about the Warden of Fire, last seen on the night of the Imperial invasion of the Phoenix Gate in the year 860, when the young Joshua Rossfield lost control of his powers. The Phoenix first awakened among the motes of fire, an ancient tribe who dwelled in the western reaches of storm. A careful preservation of bloodlines among the Rosarian nobility ensured that its dominant would always be born to the ducal line. Yeah, that makes sense. The Warden of Ice, of whom Jill Warwick is the current dominant, with her glacial aspects and ability to conjure burial boulders from the aether. Shiva's appearance in the battlefield makes her enemy's blood run cold. The Warden of Earth, of whom Hugo Koptia is the current dominant. He takes the form of a stone-glean giant whose granite fists shake the earth with every mighty pummel. Titan's dominant awakens among the peoples of the Dalmatian deserts. Recipient of his strength being granted great power and status by the Republic in turn for a commitment to protect the nation in times of war. Okay, here's the goblins. Species of beastmen. Gigas, species of beastmen. We killed that ugly thing. Marbles. A foul cocktail of bile and partially digested prey that accumulates within these giant carnivorous plants' bellies make the breasts spectacularly rancid that it can be used as a weapon to repel would-be attackers. Okay, so the spread of the blight, which kills plants, and this is technically a plant, they've moved south. This makes sense. Chocobos, favorite seeds of the people of Valestia. While they are mainly bred for riding, some are used to pull wagons, and some are even eaten. Why would they eat these birds? I like them. But the boldest and bravest are put forth for use by the military. They are intelligent, fiercely loyal creatures and tend to tolerate only the master's attention. Wild chocobos are otherwise vigilant and will readily attack anyone who they perceive to be a threat. Anyone who isn't carrying a fistful of glacial greens. Stoluses. Owls capable of transmitting the thoughts of others, particularly those with whom they are attuned. In response to the ancient incantation, their liquefied third eyes store these thoughts in form of ether, allowing them to be possessed. Okay, cool. To be loosely transmitted by will is now thy burden. That's somebody. Okay. So we have learned things.
You are always welcome, Clive. Good day. Or till next we meet.
We have learned many things this day in a giant lore dump. Hey, Kenneth.
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance?
Okay.
For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
I'm Clive, good sir.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
I like how you can prioritize them.